Yo, what's up, everybody? And welcome to my new podcast called, yeah, I'm on right now. Yeah, welcome to my new sports podcast called Sports Talk with your boy Big Shaw. So I understand that I haven't been on, I haven't been on in a while. So, being kind of under the weather, trying to get myself better. So, I was just thinking, hey, I'm going to come on with something fresh. So, every Tuesday, okay, at 11 o'clock, I will be on. Every Tuesday here on YouTube, I will be on every day at 11 o'clock. So let's get you into some sports news and stuff that's going around the sports world. So we know that Damian Lillard, superstar player, he wants out of Portland. Understandable. We know that. Now, the thing is do the Trailblazers owe Damian Lillard anything? Absolutely not. I don't believe that they owe him anything. I don't believe that they owe him anything at all. Yeah, he was loyal. Yes. But he had the no trade clause in that contract. And Miami doesn't have what Portland is asking for. I said this to a few people. I just don't see Damian Lillard going to Miami anymore. Maybe it's just me, but I just don't see it happening. So Damian Lillard is a superstar, right? If he's a superstar, you're going to get Duncan Robinson, Tyler Hero, and that's it? No, I don't want that. I want a superstar. I want someone that can come in here and guide this team further than what he done. Now, let's just say, hypothetically, he does go to Miami and lose a lot of games. Don't make the playoffs. They don't have a great season at all if he goes to Miami. Who are we going to blame then? They're going to say, well, you wanted to go to Miami. Now you got bounced out the playoffs. Didn't even make the playoffs. Didn't even come close. So now you're sitting back, man, I should have stayed in Portland. I'm sure a lot of players that demand trades, I'm sure they think about that. Like, what if this backfires? What if I put my foot in my mouth? And I really do think Damian Lillard is putting his foot in his mouth. I think he's about to make a huge mistake. I really do. I think Damian Lillard is making a huge mistake by leaving Portland. I understand clearly that he's not winning nothing. I understand. But now he's in the twilight of his career. Now it's, you're 32 years old. Now it's starting to what? It's starting to wind down now. And now you want to leave all of a sudden. Man, I would stay put in Portland. It's good. I would stay put and help God this team. Come on, man. Look at this backcourt. Anthony Simons, Sharp, Scoot Henderson, Grant, Damian Lillard. That front, man, that squad is dangerous. That's a good squad. But that's all I'm saying. I think Dame is going to make a huge mistake. But the Portland Trail Blazers, they hold Damian Lillard's options in their hands. Oh, well, if Minnesota can't give up their young buck, that young star they got, I'll make it happen. And you know who I'm talking about. You give me that young 22-year-old superstar in Minnesota, we're seeing Dame up there quick. Give me a star or a superstar. I don't want an all-star. I want a star or a superstar. And they have made that perfectly clear here in Portland on what they want. And if you're not going to do it, it's not going to happen. So far, he's stuck. He's not going to Boston. You have to give up Jaylen Brown, without a doubt. You're going to have to give up Jaylen Brown. Philly has came up a lot of times. Philly has came out a lot of times. Who would Philly have to give up? I like the young guy, Maxey. I love him. I like him. If I was Portland, I would be looking at that. No, he's not a star yet. No, he's not a star yet. No, he's not a star. But he has superstar potential written all over him. Anyway, hope everyone's having a great 4th of July. Who did it? Hold on. But that's what I'm looking at right now with the Portland Trail Blazers. I do think Damian Lillard will be stuck for a little bit. But it's a few teams that could possibly play a role in getting Damian and Philadelphia and Boston. Names has just been popping up. I just don't think Miami has the assets for Damian Lillard. I'm telling you, it's not going to work. He wants to go to Brooklyn. Who Brooklyn will give up? Portland is looking for a star or a superstar. That came out of the front office's mouth. Why you think the trigger hasn't been pulled for Miami yet? Because Miami doesn't have the assets. They don't have the players that they want. So maybe in the next few weeks, the next coming months, we'll see what happened with Damian Lillard. So I'm done talking about it because it's just getting old. It's getting old now with Damian Lillard, you know? So let's get into a lot of other things here going around. Oregon, they do have some great talent here on the football side of things. I just got through reading an article and seeing a few players' names from the state of Oregon. I know I seen a guy out in Wesleyan High School. He's a cornerback, pretty damn good. So it's talent all over the state, and that's what I like to see. So now let's get into baseball. We know the home run derby, the All-Star game, everything is coming up. I am very excited for that. It's going to be out in Seattle. I am very excited for that. I will be watching. So who is the hottest team in baseball besides the Tampa Bay Rays? And should the New York Yankees go ahead and push the panic button? What should they do? I think that they should start looking at that panic button just a little bit. Because we don't know how long Aaron Judge will be out. So the Yankees is my squad. I'm going to roll with the Yankees till the wheels fall off. So hopefully they can bounce back. They did win today against Baltimore, which Baltimore's a pretty good squad too. But I will say the Atlanta Braves is a dangerous team as well. I do like Cincinnati. That is my dark horse squad in baseball. I've been behind Cincinnati for a little bit. I believe in the process in Cincinnati. That could be a dark horse team to watch for. In college football, I know I'm going all over the place. I got to get up and go to work in the morning. But college football, I'm going to say this. You might want to watch out for this team. You know, tell you, hey, Big Shaw, you told me that, but I thought you was full of crap. Now, the Texas Longhorns, Tennessee, Miami, Colorado, another surprise, Nebraska. We have a lot of upsets. We have a lot of upsets that's going to happen in college football. And I'm going to tell you one when I come back. Stay right there. So now I will say, since we do have some upsets coming up in college football, I'm going to give you the first one. The next Tuesday, I want you to come back. Georgia and South Carolina. I will say, because South Carolina, they do have a good quarterback in Spencer Rattler. We know he had an up and down career in Oklahoma, so we're going to forget about that. He did really good in South Carolina. I'm telling you guys now, South Carolina will take Georgia to the brink. You don't have to listen to me. You don't have to believe anything I'm saying. But I do believe in my mind and in my heart that South Carolina will take the defending champions, the Georgia Bulldogs, to the brink. But again, my surprise teams, I'm going to finish getting into those. Nebraska, I would say watch out for Indiana. I don't want to be too, I don't want to sound too crazy, because some people think, oh, you're crazy. But Indiana could be a surprise. Penn State, is one of the teams you may want to look out for in that division, but we know who runs that division. Michigan. I believe in Michigan. How about you guys? I got a high 1,000% feeling that Michigan could run the table. I have a feeling they could run the table. In the SEC, LSU is on the rise. They're on the rise out in Baton Rouge. They're on a tremendous rise. A lot of people didn't expect what LSU did last year, and I was one of them. I'm not going to be on too much long. I got about 4 more minutes. LSU shocked a lot of people last year. They really did. Not only they shocked the world, they shocked me and many other sports people. But I do think LSU is a year away. I give them that much love. I do think LSU is a year away from really contending and really getting into the next step. And that next step is to winning the national championship. So I do believe that LSU is a year away. Not 2 years, but 1. Brian Kelly, he's doing a pretty good job out there in Baton Rouge. So it's nothing bad, like I said, about that. Florida, they're getting a new renovation. They're getting a swamp. They're getting it fixed up. $400 million to get that stadium revamped and getting it ready. It's already terrifying when you go there to play in Gainesville. I've been there a few times for a few games. Yes, it is electrifying. But I do have Florida as a team and as the coach. I do have the coach on the hot seat. I do have Jimbo Fisher on the hot seat. That 2024 class is good. But the Texas class in 2024 is good. I don't know if you guys seen it, but they have a pretty decent class in 2024. But back to my coaches on the hot seat, Jimbo Fisher is public enemy number 1. If he does not, so let me back. What has he done since he's been in Texas A&M? He hasn't done absolutely nothing besides talk smack about Nick Saban. And you've seen what season he had. Horrible season. So now he's got to put up a shut up this year. Get off with the Nick Saban talk. Win games. Because if he doesn't, it's going to be getting him out of there. A payout will be brought up real quick. Texas is built for winning. It's not built for losing. So I do have Jimbo Fisher as my coach to be fired. He's on my coach's hot list for sure. Billy Napier as well. Now, out of the hatred that I have for this school, the Ohio State, he is on there. He is on there. Mac Brown, I do think the North Carolina Tar Heels coach, he was a former Texas coach. I do see him retiring after this year. I wouldn't be surprised. But I do have him on my list as well. And I also have Syracuse head football coach on my list as well. But now my time is getting really short here. But I will say this, a great game to watch for in college football. LSU and Florida State will get it on in Orlando. It's going to be very electric. It's going to be a very great game. Then you got Texas. They're going to Alabama. Should be another great game out there in Alabama. Remember, Texas almost beat them in Austin last year. So whole new year, brand new faces. So we're going to see what's going to happen out there in T-Town. But Florida State, LSU will be an electric game. It's going to be playoff implications in that game. It's early in the season, so we're going to see what happens. But thank you guys for listening to our new podcast, Sports Talk with Big Shaw. Y'all have a great night. Stay safe and happy 4th of July. Come back next Tuesday.